Hi everyone, welcome back to another Vlogmas video. So I'm going to be talking in today's video about what I would call unsung heroes, products that I tend to use on a really regular basis, like daily basis, that have either sort of really helped my makeup or my skincare, or they're just sort of items that I don't really talk about on my channel. Now, Sarah Rose recently did a video like this, and Soph has done a video like this before in the past, so it's not a new idea, but I thought it would be really interesting to talk about my unsung heroes and products that I couldn't be without now. So the first product is one that I use twice a day, every single day, and it's really cheap, but really practical, and a product that I couldn't be without, or an item actually that I couldn't be without, and it's just a black headband, and I use this whenever I wash my face. It just helps to keep my hair out of my face, it stops my hairline from getting wet, and it's just a natural thing I do now whenever I wash my face. I put this on and put my hair up into a ponytail, so all of my hair is scraped back out of the way, it's not getting wet and it's not getting any product on it. And it's now gotten to the point that if I go away for the night and I forget to bring this, I find it then so awkward to wash my face because I have to kind of push back my grown out fringe, the bits that don't quite go up into a hair tie at the back. So I have to push my hair back and hold it in place with one hand and then try and wash my face with the other hand, and it's just so awkward. So this item here is just so invaluable in my collection, and it costs like a couple of quid, if that, and you can get them from places like Primark, Superdrug, Boots, online. You don't have to spend a lot of money for them at all. And it is elasticated, it does have a bit of stretch in it, and I personally prefer this type of headband to the Velcro ones that you attach like that. I don't find those as secure, I find that those move around quite a bit, so I much prefer this style of headband. So this is something that I use whenever I wash my face without fail, and it sort of baffles me when I see, I don't know, adverts or I see skincare tutorials on like TikTok or YouTube or something, and people are washing their face without using something like this. And I don't mean it in a mean way, but it genuinely baffles me, and I watch them and I'm like, how are you not covering yourself in loads of water? Because if I was to do that, I would look like a drowned rat. So I think that's probably a reflection of how clumsy and how messy I am. But yeah, I genuinely find it so awkward and difficult now to wash my face without wearing one of these. So I really am jealous of those people who can do it without using one of these and end up looking like a model at the end of it, because that is not me. So this pound, possibly. If you don't use something like this, I really would recommend it, because like I say, I use it every time I wash my face. It is such an important part of doing my skincare routine. Next item is also related to skincare, and it is a face flannel, and I have lots of these. I have more kind of like high-end ones like Votary, and this one here is from Emma Hardy, but I also have lots from John Lewis as well, so you don't need to spend loads of money on them. And I roll mine up like this and put them in my standing bathroom cabinet in my bathroom, and if I just unroll it, this is what it looks like. So this is what I'm talking about when I say flannel. Some people say face cloths, some people say wash mitts or cleansing cloths. I think flannel is a British term perhaps, so I say flannel, but this is what I mean when I say a face flannel. And this is what I use with my cleansing oil or cleansing balm of an evening in my double cleansing routine to remove makeup. So a full face of makeup like this, if I were to just use my hands, I really don't think that I would remove all traces of makeup. So this is great for really sort of making sure that everything is removed. You wipe it gently across your face. You can get into your eyes as well and into your mascara and make sure all traces of that is removed. I just feel like my face is so clean after I use something like this. So this evening when I wash this full face of makeup off, I will definitely be using a cleansing cloth. I don't really use them of a morning, because of a morning I'm not removing any makeup, I'm just kind of refreshing my skin, I'm waking myself up, removing any little bits of dirt or sweat during the night. So I don't feel like I need a cleansing cloth in the morning, but of an evening it comes into its own. Like I say, I can't imagine trying to wash this full face of makeup off by just using my hands. So flannels like this are a staple of my evening routine. Another skincare related one are these. This is my muslin bag full of reusable cotton pads. I bought some of these for myself a couple of years ago and I used them so regularly that I needed another set. So I asked for some for Christmas and I was fortunate enough to be bought another pack. So I have this one which is full of all of my clean ones, and then once I have used them I put them in the other bag like this to go into the washing machine. And these are great for applying eye makeup remover, they're great for applying your acid toners as well. I don't use these for nail varnish though. I will start to, and then I'll just make a separate pile of pads that I used for nail varnish, just in case when it comes to washing them you can possibly still smell it. I don't want to be rubbing that over my eyes. So they are multi-purpose, and these are fantastic in terms of reducing the amount of waste that you would usually get from a standard cotton pad. I used to use cotton pads all the time years ago and I got through so many of them, and to think now that I have 2 packs of these that I've had for a good few years, they're still absolutely fine. Some of them are more stained than others, so I use the more stained ones for my eye makeup remover. But these, I mean, I don't know how long they last, but so far they've lasted a good few years. And to think of all the cotton pads I would have thrown away in that space of time had I not used these, would be a heck of a lot. So if you're looking to reduce the waste in your skincare routine, then I really would recommend picking up a bag of reusable cotton pads. You can get them in lots of places. I got mine from Amazon, and again, you don't need to spend loads of money on them. So again, another staple in my skincare routine. These, I use them again every single day without fail. They are just super, super handy, and they wash up really well as well. You put them in the other bag and then chuck them in the washing machine, and it takes a few days to dry, and you're done. Another item is an accessory, I suppose, and this is probably, yeah, this is definitely the cheapest item that I have out here. It cost a whopping £1.23 off Amazon, and it is my little beauty sponge holder. This is just so incredibly convenient. Before I bought this, my makeup sponge, it is dirty, I did use it this morning, ignore that. My beauty sponge would just be either out on the side or in my drawer. It would be rolling around, it would be picking up any sort of like little bits of powder that might have fallen out of palettes, it would pick up any bits of dust or dirt, so it wouldn't be kept in a very hygienic way. But with this holder, which doesn't have any enclosed sides so air can get all the way around it, you just pop it in and it holds it. It's just like a little egg cup basically. And this is great for when I have used my beauty sponge. If I've washed it as well and I need it to dry somewhere where the air can totally get to it, I can just pop it back in there. So it's such an invaluable item in my sort of makeup collection, I guess. I leave this out on my dressing table and I know exactly where my sponge is. I don't have to be going, okay, where has it rolled around to? Is it on the floor? Has it fallen? I keep it in here and it stays in place. It's kept hygienically. For £1.23, it's a right bargain. I would, however, like to get some mini ones. I don't know if they do mini ones. So I have mini beauty sponges like this that I use underneath my eyes, and they're currently stored in my lipstick holder. So not the most hygienic of places to put them, but at least I know where they are. And again, they're not rolling around, they're not picking up loads of dirt or whatever. But ideally I would like to get mini ones of these so I can have them for my smaller beauty sponges. Next one is related to the beauty sponge in a way, and it is my mini makeup brushes that are from Real Techniques. So I wear glasses most of the time. I do put contact lenses in to film videos, although not all the time. Sometimes I do kind of film these videos a little bit short-sighted. But yeah, I wear glasses most of the time, and most of the time when I put on makeup, I haven't got my glasses on because you just can't, and I haven't got contact lenses in as well. So because my eyesight is quite bad, I have to get really close to the mirror. And if you get really close to the mirror with a normal sized makeup brush, the handle knocks the mirror and it's so annoying, and you can't get the right angle, you can't get close enough, and it's just really frustrating. So I, a few years ago, was Googling sort of mini makeup brushes, not really expecting to find anything. And I came across these little ones from Real Techniques, and I have 3 here. I've got the Mini Expert Face Brush, which is the one I use for foundation. I've then got the Mini Multitask Brush, which I use for sort of setting powder, or if I want a nice dusting of bronzer or blush. And then this is for a more defined blusher look. This is the Mini Medium Sculpting Brush. But the great things about these is that although they're mini, the only thing mini about them is the handle. The handle is just shorter. That's all that is different between this and the normal brush. The head is exactly the same size. So you're not being, you know, shortchanged, you're not getting a smaller makeup brush head. It's just the handle that is shorter. And I think these were around about sort of £5 or £6 each, so a really good price. And Real Techniques do some excellent brushes as well. And these just make doing my makeup so much easier because it means that I can get a lot closer to the mirror. I'm not bashing the mirror constantly with the end of my brush. Sometimes that even makes me jump and I think, oh gosh, have I cracked the mirror? So these are a really great addition to my makeup brush collection, and once the day comes when these get really tatty and they need replacing, I would definitely buy more of them. Next item is hair related, and it's hairbands, and I don't just mean any hairband. I mean these type of hairbands. This is how I store them on my little Westie that's on my dressing table, and I just pop them all on his tail. And these are the type of hairbands that I use. They look like telephone wire, but they don't dent your hair. You know, with a normal elastic band, when you tie your hair up, once you take it out, you get that kind of kink in your hair from where the hairband has been. And sometimes as well, it can feel quite tight. It gives you a headache because it feels like somebody's just pulling on your hair. Whereas you don't get any of that with this. You don't get any kinks with this. It's a lot gentler as well on your hair. And I use these all the time. I have loads of these, as you can see, and they're dotted around all over the flat. So I try to keep them here, but I probably have some in the bathroom. I've got one on my desk that I can see. There's one by my bedside cabinet. So they're kind of everywhere. And usually I keep one on my wrist. And quite often when it comes to editing these videos, I'll notice when I'm like moving my hands that I have one of these hairbands on my wrist. So it doesn't look hugely, you know, polished, but at least I have a hairband there ready for whenever I need to put my hair up. So I never buy any of the old elastic hairbands for hair now. These are the ones that I have. But I have recently bought some silk scrunchies to tie my hair up for when I go to bed, when I go to sleep. It's a lot gentler on the hair to have silk scrunchies. But these types of hairbands are just great for everyday use. I picked mine up from Primark. I think they're about £1 or £2 for a pack of like 5, I think. And you can get them in loads of colours as well. I've got, you know, that copper one, I've got light pink, I've got magenta, I've got black. So you can get them to kind of match your hair colour as well. So I've got like a blondish looking one down at the bottom there as well. And again, this is an item that I use every single day, but I've never spoken about on my channel before. So really would recommend anybody picking these up if you are still using those old type of elastic hairbands. Okay, last two items are actual makeup products. And the first one is a lip balm, and the one I currently have is the Laneige, I don't know, lip sleeping mask berry. Now it doesn't have to be this particular lip balm, any lip balm will do, but I am the type of person who will always have something on their lips. If I'm not wearing a lipstick like this, it will be a lip gloss or it will be a lip balm. Anytime since washing my face and doing my morning skincare routine, I will have something on my lips. It's just natural for me to carry a pot of Vaseline, a pot of lip balm or lipstick around with me. I'll always have one to hand. So I'll carry this one around with me. I'll keep a lipstick in my handbag. I always need something there to put on my lips when I start to notice they get dry. I just hate that sensation of having dry lips. And I think once you notice that your lips are dry, it kind of then becomes all you can think about, and then you know you shouldn't, but you do end up licking your lips a little bit, which makes them even more dry. And I just hate not having a lip product to hand. So making sure that I have a lip balm, especially at this time of year in the winter here in the UK, I really like having a lip balm to hand so I can just use it as and when I need it. And I have recently used up my Vaseline lip balm as well, so I am working on this one, but you don't need a lot for this one, and this is a really big tube as well, so it's going to take me blimmin' ages to get through this. And then the last product is one that I have used for years, and I now can't sort of imagine how I used to do my eye makeup without it. And it is an eyeshadow primer, and again it doesn't matter which one. The one I currently have is the NYX Eyeshadow Base, which I think is a really great dupe for the Urban Decay Primer Potion, which I guess probably is still my favourite eyeshadow primer, but it's a lot more expensive than the NYX one. So the NYX one I really like and I would definitely repurchase it. But I use this every single time that I do my eye makeup, regardless of whether I'm going for like a really glam eye look like this, or whether I'm going for just a one shade and done or a nude eyeshadow. I don't ever apply eyeshadow now without going in with a primer first. And I have fairly oily eyelids, so I feel like this is a necessary step in my makeup routine. If you don't have oily eyelids, then this probably isn't relevant to you. It's probably a product that you can, skip past, you don't need it, but I definitely do, and I really used to notice a difference when I didn't use it. So if I didn't use it, my eyeshadow would crease throughout the day, it would sort of crease after like a few hours, whereas I don't get any of that now with using an eyeshadow primer. An eyeshadow primer is something I speak about really often on my channel here, especially as this one is in my project pan. But I'm including it in this video because it is a hero of my collection. It's not an unsung hero because I do talk about it, but it's just a product that I couldn't be without now. As soon as I use up all of my eyeshadow primers, I buy another one. It's just a product that I can't be without. I can't do my makeup routine without using an eyeshadow primer. And it just makes my eyeshadow look so much better, so much more intense, and it lasts all day as well now as well. So it's really helped with the longevity and the appearance of my makeup. So those were my unsung heroes, or products that have become staples in my daily routine. So please let me know what yours are, if there are any that you think I should try, or if you agree with any of mine as well. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe as well if you haven't already. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you again tomorrow for yet another Vlogmas video. Bye guys!